I'm going to show you how you can scale your clothing brand to 20K a month inside of this video. And if you're wondering who I am to be teaching you that, my name is Fred Sanders and I scale clothing brands for a living. I help my students scale clothing brands and I also run my own brands. Here's one of my students' brands who did 15K the last month of December. His highest month previous to working with us was around 4 to 5K. And we scaled him out 3X into 30 days. He's actually on the phone with us right now. And I'm gonna walk you through the 3 steps of what we took him through and how you can scale your brand, clothing brand to 20K a month. We're gonna go through product, we're gonna go through the pictures and creatives you should use, and then we're gonna talk about your marketing to actually get you to 20K. Full A to Z guide in this video, so watch the whole video. The first thing that he did was making sure that he had 4 to 5 samples to start. Okay, so we had these 4 samples right here. And the reason why we're doing this is just to make sure that we have a lot of things to test. In terms of clothing brand, your product is the most important part. Again, it's a clothing brand. So this is like 70-80% of your brand. You could have the best marketing, but if you have a bad product, it's not gonna sell. So making sure that you have something that people actually want is gonna be very, very important. And then having more chances to shoot. Let's say you're trying to make a basketball shot or a 3-point line and find a winning product. Having more designs and more than just one sample to go off of and test, kind of brings up your chances that you actually find one of those winning products. And for him, that's what we did. He had 4 to 5, then he found one winning product that actually can take him up to 100K a month, and we're working on scaling. Again, let me reiterate by saying a lot of people who are new to clothing brands, and Isaiah, I'm interested to see if you had the same mindset. A lot of people start off super simple designs, and I'm here to say they don't work nearly as well. But your first couple designs, were they super simple, or how were they?
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. The first ones was simple because you low-key scared to take that risk and try something creative for us, bro.
Yeah, the first simple designs, I'm sure they can work, and a lot of bigger clothing brands, they do have simple designs and they probably sell well. But if you're just starting off your clothing brand, you have to understand that most people don't know who your brand are or your brand is. Actually, no one knows who your brand is. So you need to put your best foot forward. You need to make your brand stand out, and the best way to do that is make clothes that stand out. So comparing 2 of his designs, one with just text and I'm pretty sure it's the back of his t-shirt, but not too stand out compared to one of his newer designs where it really stands out. It shows the brand at its best. And then in the future, once he has that audience built out, he can do more simple designs. But typically the products that work best are just not super simple. So once you have your 4 to 5 samples, and feel free to do, a bunch of different mock-ups, do a bunch of different sketches, sketch out 10, 15, and then pick the 4 to 5 best. Once you get that, it's time to get pictures and creatives, okay? You need these pictures and creatives so you can actually show off your brand. There's only 5 actual creatives that you can get. There's flats, there's regular models, there's just getting reels and shorts, and then there's influencers and there's professional models. Now, if you're at the range where you're trying to get to 20K a month, I would only focus on these. Now, Isaiah, his best performing, in terms of creatives, they're only right here. Most of my clients and top clothing brands, best performing creatives are only right here. And it's ironic because these are the ones that are free and they don't cost you that much money. Going down to here, it doesn't make sense to invest into a brand that's not making you any money. So trying to put money into getting influencers to wear your clothing and sending out free clothing and free inventory when you don't have any money coming in just doesn't make sense. The same as, hiring a cameraman, a photo shoot to get professional photos and stuff done. Doesn't make sense when you can go take pictures on your iPhone of some flats and they work better not only, but they're completely free. So these are a couple examples of stuff that you could actually do. But once you get these pictures and creatives, you need to make sure that you're focused highly on picture quality. Now, this is a big one. This would be a great example for us to cover in terms of Isaiah. So I know you have a lot of professional photo quality coming on. I want to make sure that we focus on these 3 key things right here. First and foremost, 10 out of 10 lighting, bro. It needs to be no shadows even able to be generated. Lighting needs to be amazing. You just show your clothes clearly. There shouldn't be any folds or anything kind of going on there. And then also you guys don't want to make sure that you're making homemade stuff where you're putting it in your home. It's on wood planks, etc. It just doesn't look good. You want to show your clothes in a professional setting. So if there's 2 examples I can show you, here's one of a clothing brand that took some pictures. You can see there's shadows. The clothes are all bunched up. It just overall, it doesn't show very professional when you're trying to talk about your clothing brand. Versus this one, which is 10 out of 10. You have amazing lighting. The clothes are all laid out super perfectly. There's no shadows whatsoever. And then you have this nice, just solid concrete background, which doesn't look homemade at all. He took this for free completely on his iPhone, and I'm sure he's doing great with his creative right there. So once you get your creatives and stuff going on, now it's time to actually test your product. Now, this is a big thing that a lot of clothing brands miss. A lot of people buy a bunch of inventory before they even know their product's a winner. It doesn't make sense to spend $5,000, $10,000 on a product you don't even know for a fact it's going to give you a return. And there's 2 ways you can test your product. You can go through the organic route where you're just posting it organically on your, you're posting shorts, you're posting reels 2 times, 4 times a day, and you're getting out this content and just seeing which one could go viral or which ones are getting more engagement and purchase intents than the others, or they need people DMing you talking about, hey, can I get this? That's kind of the whole method with organic. Most of the time, 9 times out of 10, I recommend doing the paid ads route. That's what we did with Isaiah because it's just a lot quicker. You can get it done in 1 to 2 weeks versus it taking months, because you have to find viral videos and then try to get viral videos. And then on top of that, the paid ads route isn't as expensive if you do it correctly. And I think with Isaiah, we even scaled out his traffic ads because we were able to find some stuff that really, really worked, okay? And again, when you're running these paid ads, you're just looking for engagement and you're looking for purchase intent. When you see people saying like, hey, I want to get this jacket, when you're seeing a lot of likes or a lot of comments or people DMing you saying, hey, what size does this come in? Does this ship out to, et cetera, and you're seeing, you're going to see it. You're going to see people actually want one of these 4 products that you're testing. Okay, you're going to test all 4 of these, and whichever one gets the most, and it seems like that winner, which in his case was this one. I'm pretty sure this one sold well as well. You know, it might even be 2. You might even have 2 of them that are getting a lot of engagement. You want to dial in on just one. You really only need one product to take you to $50,000, $100,000 a month. That's it. Now, if you post all 4, none of them get it, go back to the drawing board, make more samples. Don't just waste your time and your money. Again, you have to focus and dial in on the product. That's why this part is so important. And if you need help with those traffic ads, reach out to me. Again, that's what we do here. So going into actual marketing for Isaiah, we didn't really build any hype before the drop. We kind of just dropped. Again, he already kind of had some sales previously going on, but it's not one of those things where like we dropped and then we sold $20,000 the first day. It was more like we're consistently making sales with consistent ads. That's like a big thing that a lot of clothing brands, when they're getting into the thing, they're like, hey, I want to design a jacket that when I first drop the first day, I make $100,000 and I sell out first day. It's just unrealistic, especially if you're a beginner. A lot of brands can do that, but they're already have established audiences. If you think of your brand like a YouTube channel, if you're just starting a new YouTube channel, you're gonna get low views versus if you had a YouTube channel, you have millions of followers. When you post a video, you're getting thousands and thousands of views. It's the same thing. You need to build up your audience. So if you're just starting out, you're lower than 20K, you don't really have the audience. You're not really building out hype before drop. Don't waste your time and your money trying to get engagement and running those types of ads. What we did is we ran traffic ads, which ran beautifully. This was just for testing, but we ended up scaling those out. We're running conversion ads, so we can actually target, more higher quality buyers. So the difference between a traffic ad and a conversion ad is that the conversion ad is going to be targeting people who are a little bit more qualified, or they have a little bit more purchase intent, whether they've bought things in the past in terms of buying from other brands. Basically, it's a little bit more expensive, but you have a higher quality audience, which is why you run them. And if you're struggling with your ads, obviously you can reach out to me. That's another thing you can do. And organic also gets a lot of sales. I know Isaiah gets sales from his organic, but that's pretty much a quick rundown of how you can get to 20K a month. Again, if you do all 3 of these steps, this is all you need to get to 20K a month, and the exact steps we walked Isaiah through. Again, if you want my one-on-one personal help, go ahead and DM me on Instagram at Fred Sanders, or you can go on the Instagram right now and just book a call to talk with me, and then we'll talk and see if I can help. If I can, I'll show you exactly how we can do it. If I can't, I'll at least give you something to do or refer you to someone who can help. But that's pretty much it for this video. Hope you enjoyed it. Leave a like. See you guys in the next video. Peace.